Psych Ups with Brian. Yes. Normally I give you guys a couple of minutes to get here. We're starting right on time today because Jennifer's already here waiting for us. So here we are, guys, on Brunch with Brian. Today I want to talk about expectations. Expectations rule your life. Expectations have way more to do with your life than you realize. And these are unstated expectations a lot of times. You know, what are your expectations for each day? What are your expectations for your overall production in life, and where you're going to end up? So often life is a self-fulfilling prophecy. What you expect is what you're going to get. And so that's why I want you to program yourself for success. What is my motto? Who knows my motto? Expect success. What's Brian's motto? Expect success. It's all about, if I had to pick two words to leave people on put it on my gravestone, this is what I would say: expect success. That is my two best words of advice. Now, Lynette's best two words is take action. All right, well, those are two pretty great words too. You put those two phrases together and you're going to have success. If you expect success and then you take action, what's the only step in the middle? You got to find a money-making system or some kind of system to do what you want. If what you like, if you want to find your love mate, okay, your soulmate, and you have not found them yet, that's a goal. You have to make a plan, but you have to expect success. You have to say, I am going to find my love mate. Okay, I'm going to find my love partner. And so going and expecting success, then making a plan, and then taking action. Okay, it's that simple. In real estate, we expect success by setting our goals. So what are your goals for the summer? I want you to expect success this summer. Do you expect to do one deal this summer by the end of summer, by my birthday, August 30th? Or do you want to do two deals or three deals? What do you expect of yourself? So, and what kind of schedule do you expect yourself to stick to? Do you expect yourself to get on the phone a couple of times a week for an hour each time and make calls and make this business happen? Or do you kind of, just say, well, I'm going to float along and I don't really expect that much of myself? Well, that's why we have to have what? High expectations, great expectations. I want you to have high expectations of yourself, because then you're going to do what it takes to meet those expectations, right? Okay, so good morning, Jennifer. You were on very early. Hope everybody had a great Father's Day weekend and did some fun things. Like I said, we went to the Diamondbacks game. Look at this. This was on my seat because we got really good seats. We were right above the dugout. I actually put my feet up on the dugout and took a picture. It was kind of cool. And this seat was so good that I was some kind of a Diamondbacks Advantage member in this seat. And they gave me this handwritten card. Look at that, on Father's Day. That's a long handwritten card to give a customer. So, and then also we got these cool shirts. Look at this. We got two shirts. I went with my son, and it's a Diamondbacks shirt, but it actually has the Diamondbacks logo, D, then the Arizona Diamondbacks, A, and then D. So it's like Dad, like Diamondbacks, Arizona Diamondbacks. So it's really nice polo shirt, actually. We got two of them, my son and I. And we got this hat, this souvenir Diamondbacks hat. That's right, for baseball. All right. So modeling the equipment there. So we had a lot of fun. We didn't win the game, but you don't have any control over that. So you just got to have fun when you're there. So we did. We had a really fun time. And I hope you guys had a great time too. So let's set our expectations right going into this week and going into this summer and going into this year. And that is, goals and expectations are very much the same. What you set as your goal, you should expect to make your goals. So what you set as your goal should be basically you're stating your expectations in whatever area you're targeting. So in real estate, I want you to have an expectation. Listen, if you've never done a deal, if you are brand new, so long as you have the what to say and what to do system, that is the system that will help you convert a lead into a deal. That's got all the scripts and all the steps for all 7 kinds of deals. So make sure you're very familiar with your what to say and what to do system, and you're using it on a daily basis. You're using the scripts to talk to customers, especially the most important script in the whole business. And I'm telling you, if you just understand the seller financing closing call script, if that's all you know, if you know that 2.5-page long script, you will do good in this business because you grasp the business and you know how to negotiate the 4 deal points. It's all right there in that closing call, seller financing closing call. So I want you to expect yourself to read the seller financing closing call about 10 times a week to people. Hopefully, that would be awesome. Even in the opening calls, if you can do 10 opening calls a week. But how many overall phone calls would I like to see you hitting per week? This is your expectation, is 20 calls. So if you now, but you need to internalize that expectation and really commit to it. You need to say, I'm gonna make 20 calls a week. I'm gonna talk to 20 human beings, not leave messages, not text people and count that as a win. No, I mean, if you actually talk to 20 people that are real estate related, it doesn't have to be all sellers. It could be referral sources. It could be real estate agents, of course, is a good, you should be using that listing realtor opening call script. I mean, why look at, if you're making 20 calls a week, you could break it down like this: 5 FSBO calls, 5 or 10 listing realtor calls, and then 5 landlord calls. Right there, that's 20 calls, and that's all outbound opening calls. So nothing is stopping you from making those calls. You can find enough landlords. You can certainly find a ton of listing realtors who have properties that have been listed over 30 days or have a price reduction. That shows me they're serious. And remember, we just reach out to those agents and say, hey, would your seller consider taking monthly payments? And if not this seller, would you have another seller maybe? Now, yes, I want you to do a little bit more work to that. I want you to do some research on the agent, look at all their listings before you call them. Look them up on homes.com or realtor.com. I like homes.com a lot. It has a lot of really good information about realtors. If you're working the realtor market and developing your realtor network, you should be on homes.com because that's where a lot of the realtors have posted all their information and all their listings. So that's a good resource. And then, just be reaching out to these realtors or whoever and expecting success, expecting them to say yes. Hey, we're going to take over and cover those payments until the mortgage is paid off. Doesn't that sound great? Okay. For someone who's desperate for debt relief, that sounds pretty great. Okay, so yes, it's a matter of finding the right people, but that's just a matter of making enough calls. It's a numbers game. If you expect yourself to talk to 20 people a week and you do talk to 20 people a week, what's going to happen to your real estate business? It's going to move forward. You can't talk to 20 people a week without your business moving forward, without you getting better, by the way. You might think if you graded yourself on the phone and you said, well, I'm about a C right now. If you actually really committed to making those 20 calls a week and you were talking to that many sellers and you were reading that seller financing closing call at least, 3 or 4 times a week, that would be amazing. You would be getting better so fast. And so again, it's just a matter of focus. It's a matter of expectations, setting your expectations high, and then focusing so that you can meet those expectations. So, and this is true in every area of your life. Let's set high expectations for our marriages, for our, let's have a good marriage. Let's have a really nice relationship with our spouse. Let's have good relationships with our kids. And by doing that, guys, first you set the expectation. You say, I'm going to have a good relationship with my middle child or whoever it is, right? And then what do? You can say that and set that expectation, but when you set the expectation, that dictates a plan. So you just start brainstorming. What are all the things I can do to meet that expectation? That's how you create a plan. Brainstorm every action step you can think of. Okay, and that in real estate, you obviously have a lot of plans and action steps from the what to say and what to do system. Every deal you do has a checklist with all 30 plus action steps to that deal. Every deal has 30 plus action steps. So you're going to be following those steps, but in general, like when you're making your plan, and this applies to any area and your regular work. If you have a regular job that you're working, same thing. What are your expectations there on a weekly basis, on a daily basis? What do you expect to achieve today? Okay, so expectations. Let's really focus on our expectations. What do we expect for the rest of this summer? And let's set some strong, high expectations. Minimum, I want you to own 1 rental house at the end of the summer. That's absolute minimum, drop dead minimum. That should be your positive expectation. That's a minimum, 1 rental home by August 30th. Okay. Now, Could you set your expectations higher? Yes, you could say 3 or 5 rental homes by August 30th. But again, that's going to take what? Focus and applying your energies, getting on the phone basically, right? So thank you, Jennifer, for saying hi this morning. Who else is here? Roger. Good morning, Roger. It's always awesome to see you here. And Charles. Good morning, everyone. Caleb is here. And Lucky. Mr. Brian, you are awesome. Thank you. Okay. I'm in Oklahoma right now. All right. Awesome. There's some good deals in Oklahoma. Charles, expect success is the highest form of manifestation. Wow, that was very clever. Expect success, take action. Obviously, the Wolf's what to say and what to do. Yes, a lot of education, and ours is the most complete. Well, isn't that nice to hear? Guys, we really did try to make the what to say and what to do system very comprehensive. Again, it's all 7 deals, and it's got checklists. There's 7 checklists in your what to do manual. Remember, you should, if you haven't looked at your system lately, the best way to kind of refresh yourself with it is go to the what to do manual and just start going through the what to do. Remember, this is all on your members website. So you should have a code. And if you only have the system and you bought it like years and years ago and you do not have internet access to the system, you probably don't have the most current version of the system. So I would like you to have internet access to the system, and we'll actually send you a new system with new books and everything if you have the older, an outdated version. So just for your FYI, if you have an older system and you don't have access to the internet, if you can't pull it up on ourwolfpack.com, that's how you should be accessing it. ourwolfpack.com, and then you put your code in, and then it opens up the system. But that's a way to access it. If you don't have it, if you just have the old hard copy, you may have an older version, and I'd like to get you the updated version. So, all right, so let's all have an incredible summer. We're all going to expect success. Yes, and we're going to have an awesome summer. Tony, 1 hour home selling machine. Great stuff. You're going to be using in your next open house. Wow. Okay, Tony. Now remember, guys, Tony won that system. He won it by turning in an awesome testimonial. We're going to do that again. Let's do it again. All right, let's get another batch of great testimonials in. It can be about a deal. I love to hear about deals. It can be about the what to say and what to do system. It can be about joining me here for the live stream. I wouldn't mind a really positive, glowing testimonial about joining me Mondays and Fridays on the live stream. Tony, now remember, Tony won that system. So again, let's do it not this coming Friday, but the next Friday after that, we'll give away another prize. Okay, let's do that. So I'm not sure exactly what that date is, but a week from Friday. So you've got about a week and a half to turn in some testimonials or a great letter or something. Give me a reason to give you a free system. Really, guys, I want you guys to excel. And I think this could be a motivating thing. And I'm pretty liberal with giving out free prizes if I think it's going to motivate you. So let's get motivated this summer and get the tools that we need. So Tony's going to do an open house on July 19th after the sellers move out. And that 1 hour home selling system has everything from, staging and everything to doing the 1 hour open house or selling on a self-showing or a private showing. I'll talk more about that in a little bit, guys, next time. Awesome. Okay. 3 more free and clear houses in the hopper. Awesome. So Tony is making his calls. He's taking action and getting deals to happen. If you expect it and believe in it with gratitude, you will achieve it. Napoleon Hill says, whatever the human mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So that's really a good one. Whatever the human mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. That's why we have to have strong beliefs and high expectations that we're going to meet those expectations and often surpass it. That's a great way to live. That's right. That's a great motto. Great Monday, Doris. Yay, Doris. Yes, we had a blessed, very blessed, wonderful Father's Day. Great stuff. I am a master caller. Master caller me. That's the role. Yes, master caller, master asker. Okay, yes, ask for the sale. Okay, I have a 3 family by summer, and unless I sell it. Okay, there you go. Nice. Setting those expectations. Lucky. 3 top favorite lead sources. That's a good question, guys. You know what? You can generate a lot of business by yourself just making outbound opening calls. That's the one nice thing about our business when we buy these properties with, the nice properties, the pretty houses. There's a lot of houses that are listed through realtors and for sale by owner, and we can call those and actually get some action going. I'll talk more about marketing on Friday. Okay, June 27th. So guys, June 27th, we're giving away another free prize. All right, thank you guys. Have a wonderful, let's see. I set high expectations. That's going to be our affirmation for today. We always like to do our affirmations. I love affirmations. They really enable you to control your mind and emotions instantly. So I set high expectations 3 times on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I set high expectations. I set high expectations. I set high expectations. Yeah. All right. 3 deep breaths. Nice deep breath in. Hold it a little bit and let it go and relax your shoulders and your neck. Another one. Nice and deep. Hold it a little and this is invigorating. I want you to do this 3 times a day, not just with me. One more. Real deep. Hold it a little bit and then awesome. Okay, that's invigorating physically and emotionally and mentally. So I love deep breathing. Don't forget your deep breathing exercises. Isabel, buying another single family house. This one for you. Awesome. I want to hear that story. Remember, and doing your daily affirmations and morning routine. Awesome. So guys, you are great. I set high expectations. Yes, that's our affirmation for today. And okay. All right, Doris, send me an email. Hey guys, anytime you want to email, where do you send it to? wolfcouple@gmail.com and put Brian in the title. Okay, so that I don't miss it. Okay, I'll put it in here. You can also send it to support@thewolfcouple.com. This one's a good one though. Oops, did I spell that right? I kind of spelled it wrong, but you guys got the idea. All right, so I will see you. And guys, turn in leads now. Remember, wolfcouple@gmail.com. Turn in testimonials. I'm going to give another prize away a week from Friday, another system. So that's very valuable. Tony's going to get deals because of the system he won. So, all right, guys, so I will see you on Friday. In the meantime, have an incredible week and get going on your 20 calls. Until I see you next, keep expecting success and getting the best training from the Wolf Couple and taking action. Yes. All right. See you Friday.